Hey, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be in the trash can, silly head. What are you doing? So hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well today. I'm sure you have a lot on your mind like I do, so let's talk it out. It's 98 degrees right now, currently at 5:32 according to this clock right here. And so if you don't mind, I'm gonna just sit here for a few minutes. We'll talk this out because I have another baba to go feed. So we gotta do that here in just a few minutes. Everything's great on the farm, just really, really hot. Taking a lot of supervision right now. You gotta be home. You've gotta be home. If you have a homestead and farm and you're dealing with especially extreme weather conditions, you gotta be home to take care of your babies. And so that's where we are today. It's gonna be pretty hot for the next couple of days, and hopefully we're gonna get some rain and a nice cool down by midweek. So praying on that. This is a hard topic to discuss because we are finding out that every moment to moment that we are living, get out of here, you fly. We're living with and watching new information. What they want you to know, watch my fingers, what they think you should know, what they want you to believe about yesterday. So what I say right now may not hold water in an hour or by tomorrow, because it's going to change. Just like yesterday when I made my live stream praying for Donald Trump, at that time we did not know of any folks outside of him having been shot or injured. Okay, so at that time, that's why that's not on that live stream, because it was so fresh. So we're watching this evolve. Okay, and it's going to continue to evolve. Like I've told you how many times now? You're getting T-boned moment to moment now. It's not an event happens once a month or once a week. It's daily, it's hourly. And so this is evolving. What do I think about yesterday? Well, here's what I think. Let's go through. I'm just going to just slant. I'm throwing the spaghetti on the wall. I'm going to see what sticks with you. You have your opinions and I have mine, but I do request that we're all respectful of each other. If we're not respectful of each other, you just go. Okay? Just saying. I think we're past the point of no return. I think that there is no neutrality anymore in terms of people trying to do the right thing versus folks that are literally just baiting the other side for fights and war. I think we are in a silent civil war. That's what I think. You could debate that it's actually not down to the level and the core of amongst the people yet, although we are seeing pockets of division. Overall, though, I will tell you, I'm still holding on to what I feel is that the American spirit is still alive amongst the people, and we don't want to fight with each other. But there are individuals out there, and they're being baited, they're being paid, they're being pushed to constantly, gotta be starting something, right? And we have to be very leery of that, because I feel this silent civil war between us and them is not actually amongst us. I think it's the people fighting something greater and evil. And they want us divided so that we will fight amongst ourselves. See, when we're united and we are a united front, we can't be stopped. And so they have to tear that down. And I do believe that yesterday happened. Yes, I do. And I believe that you were a centimeter away from something very catastrophic, not just loss of life, okay? I think that yesterday could have kicked off something that none of us ever want to see, and that we never want our children and grandchildren to witness. I think we are very likely that close. We cannot let that happen. Do you agree or do you disagree? I didn't sleep last night. I've had a hard time today. Not just because I'm a Trump supporter and all the names that I've been called because I am. See how ridiculous that is? but because I fully feel that we are in a silent civil war. I do believe that we are in a silent depression. We've discussed that many times. And so all of these stress factors on a daily basis are affecting the American people. And now we have this. I want to tell you, as an American and as a Christian, I am praying for all positions of leadership, whether we support them in terms of voting for them or not. I pray for their safety. Because if yesterday can happen to Donald Trump, why couldn't it happen to anybody else? We need to pray against that, and we need to rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I'm not a Joe Biden supporter. You know that. But I don't wish anything bad upon him. I question a lot of things, as we should. You should question a lot of things. A lot of things about yesterday, in my personal opinion, should be questioned. New things are coming out. Just from the time that I've come up here to do this, to go back to the house and come back, more things are being discussed. We have let our children down. Should we engage as we are being baited to? We need to try and exhaust every avenue of peace before we ever cross over the line. I think we have been pushed there now, but we have to make a decision of are we going to participate or not. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for this nation. I'm praying for all leadership. I'm praying for peace. I'm praying for the voice of the American people to come together and to rise up peacefully to say no. We're done with this. No, we're not going to just put out these demonic things and name call and warp the minds of people, all to entice them to fight. That's what's happening to us. Imagine had yesterday been successful. What would we be discussing today? We probably wouldn't be discussing very much. I think we would all be in some form of panic. I hope that you're not going to say that you would be rejoicing, because if you do, you are one evil spirit. We don't have to agree on everything. Remember the days of when we didn't agree, but we could still get along? We need to go back to that. Our children and their future is at stake if we don't. So did yesterday happen? I will say it again, yes. Did the hand of God, did an angel protect Donald Trump? I believe 100%, because I know and I believe that God is greater than all of us and our opinions on social media. Now, why did it happen? Good question. Was it allowed to happen? Another good question. You have to come to terms with deciding that for yourself. My personal opinion is that there have been a lot of things that have been allowed to happen. They conveniently were allowed to happen. Why? You're going to have to answer that for yourself. What is the solution? We come together. Is that asking for too much? No. Do I think it's going to happen? No. But I'm going to try. We have to try. I believe that we could. I think it's that easy. But we have to turn our face back to God as opposed to having our back to God. That is our problem. That is our problem, besides a fly. Get on out of here. So I'm praying for you today. I'm praying for Donald Trump. I'm praying for Joe Biden. I'm praying for a peaceful election, however you want to describe it. I'm not interested in debating all of that anymore. I'm going to show up and vote. I had grandfathers, like I've told you before, that not only fought for this country, but shed their blood and died for this country. I'm going to show up. I pray that you do too. I pray that we have the opportunity to. Because what if we don't? What will that look like? So if yesterday had been successful, would we be having an election this fall? We are just now in the middle of July. We have a long ways to go to November. Every day sometimes feels like an eternity, doesn't it? I understand. So folks, I invite you to pray, to prepare, to come together, to get over the lies that have been placed in our heads. When you go out to eat, are people quarreling with you? When you go and pump gas in your car and you're fussing at gas prices, is anybody causing a scene? No. For the most part, when I'm around people outside of my homestead, everybody gets along. I think that's honestly the reality. We just can't let them trick us and bait us into something that we're not doing yet with each other. Again, the silent civil war is us against it, the machine. And it's a demonic force, and it's a great one. And there's only one way to beat it, and that is truly, honestly, by prayer. And understanding and valuing each other. We don't have to agree about everything. We don't. We're not. We never have. But we could still push forward together. And that's where we need to be. Please pray for the protection of everyone in a political office right now. No matter how much you disagree with them, no matter how much you dislike them, no matter how wicked you may think they are. We know. But pray for their protection, because it's the actual protection of you and your children. Pray that God intervenes. We have to get on our knees and pray for God's true intervention. You witnessed it yesterday. You can deny it if you want. I can't make you not. But I know what I saw. I know what I believe. And within that, there are a lot of questions in terms of who, what, when, where, how, and why. And you should be questioning that. And you should have grave concern that decision yesterday and who all is involved in that decision does not spill over to something or someone else. Because again, we're on the razor edge. Face that right now and understand it. That's why you must act quickly upon preparing your home, getting right with God, praying and preparing and having community together. We have to have each other's backs. We have to be there for each other. Even if we're just sounding off to each other to talk through the hard moments we are in right now. This nation is we are in distress. We are in distress by design. And the heat is on, literally. Make the wise decisions, folks. Recognize this for what it is. A silent civil war, us against it. Don't let it spill down amongst us, because that's the ultimate tactic in war. Right? But also understand that the fact of a silent depression has been upon us. And that adds more pressure. This is why your preparedness is key. Because the more prepared you are, the less stress that you will experience, the better your mental state is going to be, your emotional state is going to be, so you can handle these other pressures. Top down, bottom up. It's like we're in a fun house, an evil fun house. Notice, fun house. Everything is wonky. Everything is confusing. Things change moment to moment. That's by design. Get out of it. Pray for our country. Pray for each other. I hope this video finds you well. Yes, I believe yesterday happened. I think it was allowed to happen. And you should be incredibly concerned, gravely concerned. And I think that should, again, push you to pray and prepare harder than you've ever done before. If you're not awake now, you never will be. And if you ever get to the point where you wake up, it could be very likely it's going to be too late. Don't let it be too late. It's not too late. Don't let that happen to us, folks. We have to come together. More videos coming your way. I know you want to see tomatoes and green beans and all the good things that are happening here. Everything's safe. It's a lot of work right now with the heat. We're praying for rain coming up. I'm praying for your weather conditions to be better for you if you're struggling, because I know most of us are. Heat or excessive rain. Let's just switch for a day or two, okay? Right? We'll watch how this moves this week. We have the Republican convention. It's going to be interesting. And I'm praying for Donald Trump. And I'm praying for Joe Biden. Because at this moment, those are your two running forces. Let's be safe, y'all. Let's be smart. Let's kick the devil to the curb. I love you. Stay safe. Be smart. Like, subscribe, and share. Pray, prep, and be peaceful. Hold the line, patriots. See it for what it is. Hold the line. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video.